Alright, we are going to be starting very, very soon. How is everyone tonight? Hope we're all doing good. Hey, Riddle. Even though we were just talking like about 3 minutes ago. I'm surprised that you're here. Also, by your recommendation, or request really, I have been playing Hip Shop instead tonight. And it works, there's only like 2 shopkeeper songs in this game, so. And this is probably going to be the last stream of Chapter 1, so. Hopefully, ideally at least, but we should be able to get it done. But speaking of, let's get started. They both are excellent. I love the laid-back nature of Hip Shop, as well as the mysterious carnival-like lantern. And I think they both fit both characters that they're of very nicely. Yep, okay. I just wanted to make sure that Deltarune was showing up correctly. I'm just going to boot the game around on my end so I can see chat. Let's continue. Alright, so just to go over what I did real quick, I have reorganized my inventory. Some people might notice that a certain item is missing, and I decided to spare the stream Rousey suppression because I felt so terrible myself. Yeah, this is how we're looking. This is what we're going to be using for Jevil pretty soon. Because I know that the king is not going to be an easy fight by any means, but I'm more worried about Jevil than him. Door. Let's go back to the castle. It's gonna be quite a bit anyway. Yeah, exactly. Reardon, please. Thank you. I could use the elevator just to go up, right? What's the question marks? Oh, okay, so what are we right here? Okay. I actually did not realize that it was just right there the entire time. Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! Hee-hee-hee! So lonely, lonely I be. Below, 3 visitors standing inside. Very few. ACB, I'm Rousey, this is Chris, and... So, what the hell are you doing in there? I am innocent. I just wanted to play a game. But the boring kings found such fun to be troubled. What's going on with the audio? It's punishment it's punishment they crave to imprison my body. But I'm fast, clever. They lost the chase and knocked out their entire race. Building a prison around the whole world. Now I'm the only free one. Huh? Free? But you're clearly the one behind bars. Things still seem such from here, Lighteners. Well, it sounds like you don't need any help then. That is unso. I grew lonely, my little freedom. So, shall you play a game with me? I'll show you what it means to be free. Yeah, sure. Find the key and I'll let you be free. The key is hidden from the eyes. The old shopkeeper knows the secret. Yeah, that was weird that the carnival music for just a second was like getting all glitched out. Alright, so first off, let's visit Rules Card, I guess. And then we will visit Sean. Just to see Rules' dialogue and such. I already bought everything from Rules, so I don't need to particularly talk with him. Or, well, I don't need to buy anything from him, is what I should be saying. But I'm trying to remember off the top of my head the voice I used for Rules Card. I am the Duke of Puzzles Rules Card. My hobbies include calligraphy, law-keeping, bug-keeping, cages, and long walks in the dungeon. Art thou one of my admirers, Worm? Nope. Why, so to us. Haha. So I may amass funds, Worms, an army of funds, so that I may crush a style like fermented grapes into a most delicious and adult beverage. Vengeance. Oh, how I amuse myself. Our Lord King art a cruel and terrifying monarch. However, he is also brilliant, for he decided this tiff to appoint me as Duke of Puzzles. After pretty much if everyone else was firedest or placed inside the cage. Truly a benevolent ruler. His son, on the other hand, is more troublesome than a fistful of thieves. He always asks me the worst queer. I can't talk. And called me his lesson dad. Our relation is done, you little water beetle. I present you for your father's sake. I did not wish to hear your MP3s. I would rather listen to the sweet song of death. Who is he, anyhow? Alright, Rose Guard, thank you. See down the dungeon, Worms. That we will. Alright, so let's go back down. We'll go to the field to get the key. And then we will fix it, along with the cake. I don't really care about fighting Rudin whatsoever. Also the government, yeah. But I want to go back to the field and getting the key first. I'm probably going the wrong way. Yep. Alright, Sean. We need you for a sec. Strange prisoner. Yeah? What are you talking about? The prisoner with an odd manner. No, you couldn't possibly be talking about him. I see. After all the trouble I went through to lock him up, you want to release him. Now that you mention it, it could be troublesome if he was left alone. Yes, perhaps it's better if you heroes dealt with him now. After all, it's not as if whatever happens will matter in the end. Perhaps a little chaos might be fun. So then, take this. If you're still driven, find the other two pieces and get someone to fix them. I'll even give you a hint. Walk where the stairs don't. Walk where the stairs don't shine. That's not what I meant. Anyhow, if you succeed, come back here and tell me. Good luck. If you can call this luck, no, that's more like a curse. Something's up with the music. Alright, we're gonna save here for now. Just in case something happens in the forest. Which, I doubt, but, you know. Just in case. Actually, no, the base tail's like right up here, isn't it? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. The base sale has a door. Oh, does it? Okay, well, we'll get the free money from Rabbit real quick. I don't really care about taking damage, I just want the extra TP. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, something's up with the music. What the hell? Well, well, I am the Smith Malice. I can fix anything. Weapon, armor. I can even fix you. Well, well. What will it be? Your body is a weapon too. You must take care of it from time to time. Haha! Let's feel my technique. Somehow, everyone's HP was restored. Well, well, don't you feel better after a nice massage? Hoo-ha! Huh? The key is something with energy. You must let me fix it. Hell, let's feel my body technique. Or, well, technique, really. The broken key parts were fixed beyond recognition. The broken key parts became the prison key. This key has a terrible energy coming from it. Please understand that I only fixed it, so you will never have to use it. The cake is seeded with energy. You must let me fix it. Let's feel my technique. I say it with like top cake. This is truly a tremendous cake. Use this power wisely. Thank you. Alright, now we're gonna go back to the castle. So remind me where the last revivement is. Isn't it like the room with the dancers, or is it some other room? I'm just gonna go this way up. Floor below the top one. Okay. Which I believe is the one with the dancers, right? Yes, okay. Oh god. So where am I going for it? Oh, right there, okay. You open the treasure chest. Inside was revivement. Put revivement in your items. Okay. We're gonna save here, I guess. For now. Then let's go back down. There we go. Actually, no, there's a safe spot right in Jevel's area, so. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Now for some chaos. Alright, Jevel, we got the key. Hehehe, the key! A marvelous fun is about to break free. Won't you let yourself outside? You put the door key in front of the door. The door key created the door. That's how keys work. Hey, Jevel, what's up? Hey, visitors, now we can play. Then, after you, I can play with everyone else, too. So are we going to be playing exactly? Oh, it's just a simple numbers game. When your HP drops to 0, you lose. So that's the kind of game you want to play, huh? Then I gotta warn you. You're dealing with a couple of sharks. Hehe, shark the shark, I wouldn't have any other way. Now, the games begin. The games begin. I still absolutely just love everything about this fight though. I just want to mention. Like, I love the visual effects, I love how much it breaks every rule. This is great. Jewel, there's no strategy to defeat the enemy. Good luck. Catch me if you can. Oh, great. Followed by him. There we go. Well, I mean, I wasn't quite... I forgot how the attack worked exactly. It'll be fine. Okay, so we have hypnosis there. Let's use the chocolate diamond. So they played the ring around? Oh my god, I can't believe I dodged most of that. Oh, well, there goes Rousey. You can still... Okay, we can still use that. Right. The world is spinning. Like I said, this is going to be a first try, so... Okay. Oh, there goes Rousey again. That's not where I'm supposed to be dodging. Okay. Let's revive Rousey so we can use his healing next turn or so. If he survives, there we go. So far I've made 0 progress? Yeah, I know. I know. Alright, time to cure her. Okay. Yeah, so this attempt is not going so well. I might as well keep trying though. Nope. Okay. He just does so much damage, yeah. I basically just have to get his attack patterns down so I can more... Real quick, I'm just going to save it so we don't have to go for the door cutscene. That's all. Okay. Alright, I almost had it there. Although, Susie went down. Yeah, I trapped myself there. That was bad. Yeah, the heart attack is so easy, but everything else is a little more difficult. Yeah, the devil's knife, rather. Yeah, this attack. Oof. Okay, I almost had it there. I almost had it. I know. But I knew that with... I wanted to keep going until I should use the top kick again, is basically what I was planning there. Okay, I almost... Alright. Heal prayer. We're gonna heal Rousey.
I can do anything.
Because he has the least. And there goes Chris.
Chaos.
Nope. The song distracted me for a second because I fucked up again. Okay. Not that that's much of an excuse because that run was going terribly our way, but you know, not helping. I'm just confused as to why the music is glitching. That's all.
Chaos.
I mean, I'm getting some of it now. Like, what to do. But my issue is the space attack here and the devil's knife. That was my fault there. Yeah, see, it's something like that I'm supposed to be doing.
I can do anything.
I didn't see that one spade. Okay. I almost had it, but I didn't see that spade the first time and it threw me off. A little bit of both. If I can somehow pull the win, then I'll gladly take it, of course. But I was just trying to, you know. Remind me, what am I actually supposed to be doing against Jello? Oh, the hypnosis, right, okay. Alright, Rousey is being targeted. Right, okay.
Do anything.
Fuck. God damn it. Okay, so we have new attacks, and that's an issue because yeah, there goes the run.
I can do anything.
See, I feel like I'm getting it. Oh, Susie needs to be alive. Oh, that's bad. Alright. magic. Heal prayer on himself. There we go. Fuck. Fuck! Okay. We'll have her defend, and then we'll use Rousey to heal Chris. Oh no, I didn't realize I was pressing the wrong spell. Oops. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I think that's gonna be like game over. That's like not even worth it at that point then. Alright, we're gonna give it one more go and then we'll do that stuff. Actually, I should probably use the, no, I can't use Hypnosis. Okay. So, what's this?
Chaos, chaos.
Fuck. See, this is a move that always gets me because I can't tell the trajectory of it all. No, I want to use magic base. Thank you. Ah, damn it. I did that the wrong way.
Metamorphosis. Chaos, chaos.
We're just gonna give up. Alright, we're gonna do the period.
Chaos, chaos.
Oh, he's targeting Rousey. Yeah, Rousey is going down. Oh, I wanted the item. Yeah, but I can't. Because... well, I did that wrong. Rousey is down again. There's just...
Metamorphosis.
I wonder if I'm playing, if I've tried this with a controller, it might be a lot easier actually. Because I feel like my issue with that move in particular is that I can't dodge so well with arrow keys. What do you think? Just an idea I'm throwing out. Do I have a controller handy? I do not know where one is. I could be right back for that. Give me just 1 second. I'm just gonna look around. Yeah, in that case, I'll just completely close out the game just to spare myself time to actually play through this run because, yeah. Okay, so I found a controller. Oh, I can just use it right here. Okay. I don't know how well this controller's gonna do, but it's worth trying. Alright. Do that. Then we're gonna use magic to... Nope. Okay, so let's just restart then. And by that I mean let's also just restart the game just to spare myself the trouble of having to play for that, so. That's also more what I meant. Because I'm not even gonna bother trying at that point. Okay. Okay. It's an Xbox controller, so that would be why on my end.
Chaos, chaos.
Alright, let's go. I mean, that's not going to help me because I need to figure out how to dodge that. Which is kind of more the issue. Lower invincibility frames. I don't have enough TP. Amazing. My Raven's a little thrown off. Oh, okay. Well, don't tell me when it's bad, because I don't care. How about that? Don't tell me when it's bad, because I just do not care. Yeah, that is much better, because I knew what I had to do for the Devil's Knife, but I couldn't do it. You know? Oh, I don't know why I went straight into the... Oh, this is bad. I almost had it. Okay.
I can do anything.
I'm sorry, I'll say I tried. Okay. Whew. Alright. Oh, that was my fault. Wait, where did the second... Okay. I'm sorry, the inventory space confused me for a moment there.
I can do anything.
Oh, these hitboxes are indeed weird. Alright, let's use Hypnosis.
I can do anything.
Okay. Let's use Hypnosis again. Never had such fun. Yeah, let's heal Rousey real quick. Yeah, since we're using my party events, I might as well. The beauty is joying in my heart. Ooh, this is weird. Okay, I'm not dodging that correctly. Okay, there we go. And ooh, hold up. There we go. Oh, we're pretty much done for. Yeah, that's basically. Oh, I did not realize that was not okay. First off, I didn't realize that was not a singular heal, and I did not realize that it barely heals you at all. Okay, that is really bad for that situation. All right. Yeah, the controller idea was a good one because now I feel like I have more control over how I can dodge.
Chaos, chaos. Oh, oh.
See, like, I mean, this fight isn't going to get necessarily so much easier, but, you know, like, it does make a huge difference. I should avoid the middle, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that one without being hit still, which is kind of an issue. Okay. Oh, that was pretty bad. I just don't know.
I can do anything.
Oh, I see. That's my issue with that attack is I keep dodging into it. Actually, that was bad with that. Let's revive Suzu. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how to dodge this, the spades attack. That's the only issue. And that one attack is killing me every time. Let's use the club sandwich there. So that way Chris can return next turn. Yeah, I'd say like out of all his attacks, that one there is probably the hardest to dodge. Even more so than the Devil's Knife for me.
I can do anything.
Like this one here. This one here is a bitch. Because I don't know how to dodge it.
I can do anything.
I might as well have to skip up. Yeah, this is the last run now. There's like no point to continue. Basically, if Chris goes down, then there's literally just no point. Yeah, I am learning. It's just like I said, the one thing I need to do is figure out how to avoid that spades attack.
Chaos, chaos.
Because the spades attack literally kills me every time. Like, every single loss that we've had so far, until I've learned how to dodge the Devil's Knife, has been because of that spades. You know? Because I just don't get how to dodge this. The issue with it is that all the, like, it's all together, you know? Like, it's so closely together and it deals so much damage. Alright. not in the right spot for that. That's my fault. I know, but I feel like I shouldn't unless needed. I don't know. Yeah, because that basically just means that Susie's about to die again. So I basically can't use a heal to revive somebody, because that's a terrible idea. Okay.
I can do anything.
Well, Rousey's dead. And I'm dead. Alright. Yeah, I feel like healing Susie was the mistake there. Alright.
Chaos, chaos.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I just don't get that. I seriously just do not understand how to do that. I could have probably used Rousey's heal there, honestly, but... Hold up, fine. That was my fault. Yeah, let's do that. I might as well use Rousey to heal Susie real quick. There we go. Oh, I was not prepared for another devil's knife. I might also do that. Oh, Chris got the bad end of that deal. I just see Chris go, I just see Chris go right down to 1. Yeah, Rousey got bulky as fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I just find that so funny. Although this is actually bad because now Chris is gonna just keep going down. Like, this is arguably worse. This is arguably worse. Alright.
I can do anything.
Yep, there you go, Susie. I just found that so funny. That was worth for the humor alone. Actually, the one question I should have probably asked you is how much do they get healed when they get? How much do they heal per turn when they're down? 12? Okay. It looked like it was 12, so.
I can do anything. I can do anything.
Alright. This is fine because Naga needs a cake. That's why I wasn't concerned about that as much, as long as Chris doesn't go down. Yeah, this is a problem.
I can do anything.
Fuck. Yep, we're pretty much screwed. And there goes Chris again. Yep, there goes Chris again. That Period basically hurt us hugely in the long run. No, it's fine. It's a learning experience. Basically, I knew what was gonna happen like as soon as it happened. I don't even have TP for that. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that. Alright, next try. I wish there was just a kill button. I seriously do. Because it just wasn't worth continuing. That's the issue. Alright. We're basically only gonna do the shuffle when we absolutely need it, I think. And that's probably gonna be like literally when we're about to die. But by then we're probably already dead. Yeah, don't notify us 7, but like I said, I basically had to say to not use it unless we need it. See, I feel like I'm learning how to dodge that attack, but I can't really tell. Alright. Fuck, that one slide moved in the way I didn't expect it to. That's bad. Oh, well, that was a bad idea. Okay, never mind, it's not going after Susie at all. Okay.
I can do anything. Yeah. can do anything.
We're making no progress, so there's no reason to even continue that. Okay.
Chaos, chaos.
Damn it. See, I'm like trying to figure out how to dodge this, and it's literally just close your eyes and wish for luck. That's literally it. It's not for else to heal himself. There we go. Like, I literally don't see any other way to dodge that besides literally just wish for luck. I'm sorry, I'm just... See, and then I think the issue is just the way to win it is just too random, basically. Like, it literally requires to have, like, pitch perfect everything, really.
I can do anything.
Again, it just goes in the way I don't expect it to. Alright. Let's see if hypnosis here. It's fine, it's fine. I wish there was like a turn counter. That's what this game needs. What do you think?
I can do anything.
This one, at least, I feel like we're actually getting somewhere, at least. Until that happened. Fuck. Alright. There we go. Ah, fuck. That was my fault. Yeah. Okay, just to keep them alive. Okay, so the Devil's Knights do actually change what direction they're going, so I need to learn that new pattern. Alright. And Susie's down. That's really bad.
I can do anything.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The heal prayer does like nothing. Basically, the heal prayer is sent exercises that you use. I have a display mechanically fixed with the second. Okay. That's good.
Chaos, chaos.
Yeah, there was this way I can dodge that. There goes Chris. Alright. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Yeah, game's over. Game's over. As soon as I saw like 2 people go down at once, there was literally no reason to even try at that point.
Chaos, chaos.
Oh, does it? Okay. I don't know. I feel like we're probably not going to finish this, to be quite honest. And that sucks, because I feel like I get it. I get, like, a lot of it. But then, like... Okay, you know what? No, we can't. There's no reason to. There we go. There's no reason to say about the HP then. I might. Yeah, I might just to continue on with this, to be honest. Because I feel like it's just gonna get worse, my attempts here. Rather than better. Like, this attempt is already basically just a lost cause, you know? Yeah, I am learning it, but the issue is that there's just no reason to continue playing this right now.
I can do anything.
I'd rather do it when... I'd rather do it when I'm not excited to play Chapter 2, is basically what I'm saying. You know? Because I just do not have the time and dedication to continue playing this right now. Alright, so how do you make a second save file? That's my first question. Because that's just going to save for this one. Like, I don't know how to make a second save file. Maybe return to title? Let's try return to title. Okay. Oh, copy. Okay. How do you get to copy? How do you get to copy? Alright. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're gonna continue with this one. Alright. Also, that way, so that I don't have to waste any resources for the Jello fight, and I can just play the rest of the game like this. So, you know what? Yeah. This is a better idea. Anyway. Real quick, just to make sure that it's like a second save file. Alright. Did I ever check this room out? No, I did not. A bicycle is lovingly tucked into bed. I'm so glad that he just keeps the bicycle there. There we go. Enough, worms. Worbiffs. Tell me a cheateth through mine puzzles, but in combat thou shalt be scattered about. Come, knaves, prepareth for battle with whatever this is. Huh? It's the enemy from earlier, but its crown looks different. It looks the same. Yes, if I control crown, I may control any dick-shaped life form there. Oh no. Looks like it's in pain. It looks the same. Yes, the control crown is painful, but I'm certain this creature will feel its relief when it sees how much more pain dull will be. Here it comes again. Susie's idea. Susie, you want to act on? What's your idea? Well, how do I say it? Oh god, I just remember what this is. I kinda need you for this one. That's fine, Susie. I'll help. You want to apologize for it? You want to apologize to it for earlier, right? Nah, I just need you to stay still. Chris, we gotta get the crown off his head! Help you throw Rousey at it! I know, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck this trajectory system is. There we go. Nope. I'm trying to figure out, like, how to even do this. That's my issue. Because the way to gauge the trajectory is just so weird. There we go. Zero XP and 9 Dark Towers. Sorry, I was just trying to do something. What brilliant, this is brilliant. I knew you could do it. Thou great heroes thou seest, that was merely a friendly test of thine abilities. But thou hast won, and now nothing blocks thy path. I personally could not be less of an obstruction. I kinda disagree with that. But you, good luck be with you, heroes. Throne. Riches, they shine with avarice. It's a throne that seems to have been damaged in the struggle. Wallbenders, they seem to have been through some kind of struggle. Alright. Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, I might as well just save that for later, rather than be stuck at a dead end. Because if I really wanted to, I could probably finish this game tonight, and then move on to Chapter 2. Just for a little bit. You know? And that's why I'm kind of thinking. Rather than just be stuck fighting Jevil over and over, you can maybe even move on to Chapter 2. No, it's alright. Hater's answer. Father! Leinster, my son. Have you dispatched the Lighteners as I commanded? No, but I did even better. It turns out we don't actually have to fight them. They said they could just talk to you and they're alive? Yes, and I think you'll like them a lot. There's Susie. She's very purple and strong, and where are they now? Right around there. Hey. It's nice to meet you. Lancer. Lancer, my son. Yes, father? Do you remember what I told you? Don't get too attached? You have failed. They have poisoned you with their sentimentality. Free yourself, Lancer. They care not for you. Their only goal is to destroy our glorious fountain. They are scum. No, they aren't. What did you say? Let him go. You want me to let him go? Then how about this? I'll drop him off the edge and let him splatter. Unless you all kneel and win your place. What would be of Lightners? Don't listen to him, Susie. He'll... Now watch, Lancer. See what happens when you befriend Lightners? What the? You traitor! Come back here! Alright, enough already. Who the hell do you think you are? To my people, I'm a hero. To you? I'm the bad guy. I love the various callbacks to throughout the game in that one scene. King blocked the way. Oh. Susie tried to reason with the king. Alright, listen up. Lancer's my friend. So if we can get by without hurting you, then if I perish, so be it. Show my son the monster you really are. Alright. You wanna see what I can do, huh? Susie's will is changing. Top became Red Buster. How dare you come here, Lightners. This is like nothing compared to what I just faced. Rousey tried to raise him with the king. You may not realize it, but this is a world where you don't have to fight. I know if we try, we can all find another way. Such simple-minded platitudes. A shame you will not live to realize your naivety. Now perish with the pathetic Lightners you worship. Sorry, my friends and I aren't going anywhere. Rousey's will is changing. Top became dual heal. You, that left us to the shadows, stripped of meaning. Oh, okay. Oh, right, this attack. Darkness pours from the fountain. He tried to reason with the king. Silence, Lightbringer. Your very existence goes against our own. By the knight's will, I shall shatter your heart to pieces. Your will is changing. Topic and courage. You dare return to torment us once again. You encourage the party. The party's defense raised for discern. Be gone. We have found fresh purpose. Okay. Oh, shit. For the night has appeared. I might as well do heal, huh? Why not? Your soul's shine is power on Rousey. Rousey casts dual heal. The night that pulls the fountains from the earth. I still really love the gimmicks of this boss fight. Like, it's relatively easier compared to Jevil for a lot of reasons, but the gimmicks makes it more interesting. The gimmicks just make it so interesting. Holy fountains, whose shadows are creating a new world. Our world. He was apparently gonna give him more, but decided they made him too complex to first end boss. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, actually, I might as well use courage. You encourage the party. The party's defense raised for this turn. Basically, I'm realizing that Chris is basically the bard. Do you see now our new purpose? Nope, I did not. Soon this world shall be blanketed in darkness. Your darkener shall rule it. Then you may see what it is like to live in despair. Oh my miss. Whoops. King's mouse babbled indecipherably. Now not talk, fall before the chain of justice. Oh, okay. I am not quick enough for that. You're quite strong, aren't you? Oh, okay. They get longer. Gotcha. If I keep fighting you like this, then... it seems that... I want the sound effect for that. My knight, I shall not fail you. Whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. Enough is enough. I see that I cannot defeat you. I've grown exhausted from our long battle. Lightner's eye. Perhaps I have been too cruel. The truth is, I was not always this way. There once was a time where Darkeners and Lightners with harmony. A time where Darkeners could fulfill their purpose in peace. It would be a lie to say that I, too, do not yearn for those days. Perhaps you young ones are right. Please, let us put away our weapons. There must be a peaceful solution to all this. Come now, Susie. I'm glad you're starting to realize, Mr. King. None of us really want to fight. If you could just tell us about your worries, I'm sure we can all be friends, Mr. King. Yes, friends. That sounds lovely. My apologies. I am not used to fighting like that. My body is getting weak. Oh, don't say another word. There, you should be all healed up. How do you feel? Let's see. I'd say he's feeling a little bit better. Never better. You? Did I say you could get up? Chris! Oh, spare me the heroics. You're the leader, aren't you? So what's your plan? To laugh as he casts us all back into obscurity? You can't even say. Young one, let me tell you a secret. Quiet people piss me off. Hey. Get away from my friend. Or what? You'll kill me? Nah. So what's your plan then? To talk me to death? You stupid, stupid lightner. You honestly think you have any way to convince me not to kill you? Nah. But they might. Lancer? Everyone? What's the meaning of this? Sorry, Dad, you're being overthrown. When I told everyone you were fighting the Langners, everyone remembered how kind they were. They decided they'd rather have a king that accepts them. Me. Now I'm the dad. You idiot. The Langners are your enemies. Fools will kill you all, kill all of you. Yikes, I think someone needs a timeout. Go to your room, Dad. No. I still can never get over that, but I'm the dad now. That gets me every time, no matter how many times I see the scene. You alright, Chris? Chris, Susie. Oh, you're alright. Yeah, it'll take more than that to take us down. Chris, Susie, I'm sorry. Because I healed the king, we almost... Susie, you were right. I was foolish to think we could act so soft to everyone. This isn't a world where kindness always wins, is it? It's complicated. Yeah, sometimes there's people you just gotta fight. But if you never let your guard down, then you might just hurt someone you care about. Oh, Susie, you're beginning to sound like a real hero. Don't get used to it. Then I suppose you and Chris should return home now. Yeah, I guess that's right, huh? Well, see ya. Hey, Chris. Wait a second. Look. I know you want to give a real goodbye to everyone, right? I mean, I'm all for leaving right now, but you know we could go back a sec if you wanted. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's head back. Chris? Susie? You came back. Well, Chris just wanted to say goodbye, you know? Oh, actually, everyone here wanted to say goodbye too. Please, let me know when you leave, alright? Yeah, we'll try not to skip you. Way to go, kids. Now we can go back to making the puzzles we love. I just got a new tutorial, so try your best. Also because I know. The great work. You're absolutely amazing. Honestly, we owe you. Best. You're the best. Even a little ball could say something like thank you. Thank you. I can go back to being a coat hanger now. By the by, I asked Sean to come here, but there wasn't any interest. I know the joke, that's why I'm not saying it. Darn, Horsey, you've been done us a big help. Now, all enough pieces can live in pieces. You did it. You ousted that rotten tyrant. I'll happily accept the bounty of credit for my contributions. Unless the king reappears, in which case I did nothing. Wonderful work, mine amigos. Thou hast toppled us the tyrant, freed our creeds. Truly, if history shall not forget the tale of Roof's card and the 30 heroes. Dick. I knew you could do it. Though I was your enemy, I was cheering for you. That's how much I disliked my job. The future looks sweet, like a pile of bees puke, which is honey, I think. A kingdom with so much hope. Hope you didn't screw it up. That means thank you. Come to our next speed day too. We'll have one soon, if that's possible. Every day is Clover's birthday. Happy look that you proudly kiss. What's going on? That's not for everything. Oh, what about us? Are we going to be restored as kings? My treasure is unarmed? Carry on then. Us animals decide it's okay if the kings stay in cages as well. But don't have to put on animal... What? I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this, but... They have to put in animal ears and noses. Wait, we can talk to... Oh, we can. That's all the fuss about. Fewer people were in cages. Show's over. Everyone go home. I'll be honest, at first we weren't sure who make our new king. I mean, Lancer has always been a bit of a pain. But after seeing how nice he treats you guys, I think he'll be fine. Because you're rusty, it grew to respect you. Well, actually, maybe it's strong to respect you. Mamma mia, what a celebration. This calls for a kick. This time I'll make it out of metal so animals can't eat it. Susie, blue person who's seen by the cut to the Renault walk. I thought you were going home, please. We were, but Chris wanted to say bye, you know? Oh, really? Oh, that's funny. I thought you wanted to say bye because we're friends. What's the point of cake you can't eat? Exactly. Also, welcome to the end of the game, Survivor. Welcome to the what end of this game. Of Chapter 1. Huh? I mean, I didn't not want to. And so, you're the king now, huh? Yes, and I'm changing some big rules. First, lighteners are now legal. Second, prison is now only for dads. Sounds like some pretty good changes. Hey, your dad was protecting the fountain, right? Is it gonna be okay if we mess with it? I have no idea, but it's you guys, so I trust you. If something bad happens, we'll fix it out. Yeah, I guess we'll see, I guess. Well, see you later. Come back soon. There's always room in town for a couple of clowns. Gotcha. Yeah, that's all fine. Just keep in mind that this is a not a direct continuation of Undertale, but it is also kind of is. So, I just wanted to warn you because I know that you want to play Undertale yourself. So I won't like outright say everything. Yeah, it's not really like a sequel, but it's also not quite like a completely separate entity either. Like, for example, I won't tell you the context behind this because this is kind of important. Susie, Chris, are you going to leave? I just wanted to say I really enjoyed meeting you two, and hey, can you stop mumbling to your hat for a sec? I can barely hear you, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Susie's reaction gets me every time. Chris, Susie, I hope I can see you again soon. Next time I'll make you lots of yummy cakes, alright? Yeah, sure, dude. Let's go, Chris. Rouse attempted flirting. Susie felt awkward and left. I'm sorry. Is this the fountain? Don't know how, but it feels like we stumbled into something really important, didn't we? Well, there's no time to think about that now. Right now, it's time to go home. Right, Chris? As you stood in front of the fountain, you felt something strange. It was as if Your very soul was glowing. Forgot how amazing that little guitar solo is. What happened? I can't see anything. Hey, watch it. Huh? The unused classroom? How did we get here? Hey, Chris. What? What just happened? Like, that wasn't a dream or anything, was it? Thanks for the reassurance, Chris. Anyway, as I was saying, let's just tell Alphys we couldn't find any chalk. It's a checkerboard. There are pawns strewn on it. Playing cards spilled out of a deck in the closet. It's a yellow, poorly drawn picture of a green turtle. It's signed Alvin. The second half, yeah. Honestly, it's a light switch. It's a worn down stuffed animal. Man, the sun's already setting. Everyone else must have gone home by now. Because Alphys will know better than to ask us next time, huh? Well, guess we should go. See you later, I guess. Chris? Let's go back there tomorrow, alright? Susie is so cute when she smiles. Alright, well... Yeah, the second half of chapter 1 is right. You're in the water fountain. It's lukewarm. Do you like breathing, moving fast, with or without legs? But usually with legs? Join the cross-country team with Jockington and Noel. Ring ring. Chris, whatever have you been doing? I sat in the car waiting for you after school for half an hour. I called and called, but you never picked up. You had your poor mother worried sick. Chris, I'm afraid I am going to have to punish you. Huh? A friend? You were spending time with a friend. Chris, I will make an exception this time. You can continue your adventures a little longer. But when you return home, you are going to have to go to bed early. See you soon, honey. Yeah, Mom, I made a friend. Too friend to eat my face off, but let's forget about that. Chris, you survived Susie. I was getting worried. Now I can finally pay off your family debt. How to Draw Dragons is 2,583 days overdue. However, Chris, I am a benevolent volunteer assistant. If you return in this week, I'll reduce your fine to a mere $64.23. Consider it, Chris. Chris, what's up? Caddy's working, so I'm starting on our project. I've already copied a bunch of pictures. The same picture of a soccer ball 73 times. Gotta go to college, so Tim's stubby hard. He's reading a comic full of hot demon guys. Just an anime review. Read it? Teens Corner Monthly 2 Review. Mew Kissy Cutie 2. This reviewer had Mew 2 as her first exposure to the series. And let her tell you, it makes Mew 1 look like a dumpster with sparkly cat ears. With a darker storyline and more mature themes, the second one treats the viewer like a real adult. Instead of like an animal that will die if it goes 10 seconds without seeing a beach ball. Not to mention Mew's character in the first one is more stale than the ramen I eat at home by myself with the lights off. Teens and older should check out this dark masterpiece. Signed, the anonymous Yellow Lizard. Move through the window to the computer lab. There seems to be a dog inside working at a computer. Seems like it's making a game. Seems like you shouldn't interrupt it. Seems like when the game's finished, you can go in. You just have to trust the dog. Okay, I'll remember. I actually completely forgot about that. I'll remember that. Anyway, let's talk to this thing. That is certainly just a completely normal NPC. There's nothing wrong or mysterious about his existence. I love reading books, especially the books upstairs. You should really read them. Yep, just a completely normal NPC. Nothing weird about it. Let's continue. Police Chief Undyne is supposed to be directing traffic. But all she's doing is standing in the middle of the street yelling, "Get out of my way." She's the best, huh? I feel really directed. Hey, Pug, get out of the road. You're blocking traffic. Oh wait, it's just Asgore's kid. Sorry, I'm a little worked up lately. The job is so boring. Nothing ever happens in the sound. I just wish something would shake things up. Huh? You got something to report? Alphys. Alphys? Who's Alphys? No idea who you're talking about. Why? Did they do something illegal? Gotcha. If I see Alphys, I'll tackle him. Phew. They're as good as dead. You want to help me? Sure, punk. Get someone to rob the bank so I can suplex them. And David noticed he didn't have one until you mentioned it. I get that feeling. Wait, do we even have a bank? Hey, get someone to build a bank. Oh, whoops. What? There's a dark world inside the school. Sure, kid. There's no law against dark worlds anyway. That's a job for the school board. I was stuck on Undyne for a moment. That was weird. How am I supposed to get past this boo wedding? I'm stuck. I guess I should just run away. You'll be fine. Oh, it's you. Are you here to play the piano again? The patients can't hear it well from here, but I personally enjoy it. There's an obligatory hospital piano shrunk to fit in the corner. As a result, it's missing most of the good keys. Play it? Beautiful. Wait. It's one of those sliding bee toys that naturally spawns inside doctor's offices. The bees march grimly along their set path. Dad, I can't just say that to her. Oh my god, I'd die. I'd literally die. Oh well, sweetheart. First time I laid eyes on your mother, I walked right up and told her she was a hot piece of work. Really? Yeah, she slapped me so hard I blacked out. Dad, that doesn't help at all. Anyhow, how's Dragon Blazers 3? Beat it yet? Nah, I'm still at the Ice Palace. I've been kind of waiting to finish it with you, Dad. No, well, maybe you shouldn't wait. Dad? You should bring it here. I'm bored as hell. Fine, you win. I'll bring it next time. Oh, it's getting late. Guess I better go. I got homework. Oh, that's a group project voice. Bird guy again? What's his name? Nerdly? It's, Birdly. He's not that bad, Dad. I'll kick his ass. Dad, you're not even supposed to get up. Bring him by the window. I'll throw something at him. Goodbye, Dad. Bye, honey. Oh, hi, Chris. Yeah, I know. You gotta respect them. It's a get well soon card for your mom. It's signed inside. Hey, Chris, you know you signed the inside, right? Why are you staring at him like you haven't seen it before? The gate just directly calling me out. Is your penmanship that good? Was I not moved enough? It's a chair. Yeah, no shit. Oh, so you're just here to use a sink, huh? Come on, Chris, be a little friendlier. First, I want to find out what this is. It's an angel doll. Its lack of facial features is unsettling. That angel, no one in Des made it in youth group. Who's us? Who's us? Who's us? Who's us? I'm trying to remember who this is. It's kind of like a good luck charm to me now. Oh right, you and Azzy tried to make one too. Okay. But you wasted the whole time making huge wings for it. Well, jingle my gosh darn bells. Looks like Christmas came early. Alright, Chris, just give me the straight shot. Why are you here? Did your mom make you come here? Nope. Really? You've grown up a lot, Chris. I'm proud of you. It wasn't too long ago you were just a creepy kid next door. Now you're the creepy kid right in front of me. Okay, seriously. You wanna chat or something? Let's chat about your daughter. She's a sweetheart, isn't she, Chris? Smart, kind, sweet. Couldn't ask for a better daughter. I just wish she wasn't so defenseless. Scary movies, bugs, Santa Claus, everything scares her. And when it happens, she freezes like a deer in headlights. Maybe because she is. Remember she used to even be afraid of humans under the bed? Chris, it was not nice of you to hide under there, by the way. Anyhow, that's tough. That's what's tough about being in here, Chris. Not what's going on with me. Just that, in the meantime, I can't be there to protect her. Keep an eye out for her, okay? So, why am I in here? Well, we found some crap, so it's just some tests. Yeah, it's no big deal. Nothing a holiday can't handle. I'll be out of here in a jiff. Then I can go back to, I don't know, yelling at you for getting tangled in our light display. Okay, there's no way you can bore me right now. I missed what that dialogue was. Because even if we've grown apart, we still love your family. After all, me and Asgore were college pals, right? Oh hey, now that Asriel's off to college, do you think he's doing any crazy parties like me and your dad? I'm just pulling your leg. Your dad was no party animal. Your mother, on the other hand, whew, she'd always fuss about going, but once the party started, yikes, man. Once she hit me clear across the room with a key lime pie, I got smashed into the snack table and toppled everything. Tasty pie, though. Couldn't complain. He is a weird guy that breaks to your house in the middle of the night every year, eats food you leave for him, and watches people when they sleep and stuff. Yeah. Of course. Oh god. This castle's white wizards relegated me to the healing chamber, but my blood is boiling for battle. Jesus Christ. You designed to cover it. A very small obligatory piano is hiding well inside. As a classic 1 to 10 pain scale, using Ice E as a model. At 0 pain, he's happy. At 10 pain, he's happy and sweating. I love how there's just 2 sinks in this room. It's a diagram showing a bunch of lines in a circle. Oh, wow, thanks, Gabe. Alright. He knocked on the door to the police station. Someone's coming up to the window. They just closed the blinds. Seems like the police aren't really feeling it right now. Police tape is blocking the way. The tape simply reads, I wonder who that was, huh? What's down this way? I'm trying to remember. Okay. Chris, what a pleasant surprise to see you here, and on the school day. There must be a reason that you came here at such a time. I, Father Alvin, implore you, if you have anything weighing on your mind, please speak. Fruit juice. Chris, if you want some of our sick fruit juice, you should come to our service. Our choir sounds a bit thinner since your brother went away. Chris, it would be wonderful if you would sing with us, or even participated to any extent, instead of just trying to drink the fruit juice. Listen, man, I need that fruit juice. Garrison, renowned historian, author, and teacher. Crystal, a stony gemstone for our proud mother. Okay. Mutler, a big bone for the leader of the pack. Oh, this is just sad. Shira, a karaoke machine for a brave singer. Garrison Boom Memorial Bench. Throughout my career, some of my best ideas came from dreams. Take a rest here if anyone asks. You're writing. I was like, because of the thing in front of the gravestone, I was a little distracted by that. It really is. Town hall. Hey, short stuff. Why would you possibly need to talk to the mayor? Your allowance too low? Ate too many candies? Lost your frisbee in the wash? Hey, short stuff. That's what the cops are for. The mayor's charisma is about 0. No, it's negative. But she works hard and has a good track record, so she runs unopposed. That's politics. Really? I'm sorry. The mayor is busy right now. If you need to see her, please try causing some terrible crisis. Oh, do not tempt me. It's locked. I also know that I believe that this is like Gaster's theme slowed down, right? If I remember correctly. Or something like that. Not Gaster's theme, the secret entry, I believe. The text that appears in it. Not the theme itself. Let's go from the right. Okay. And yeah, I saw Santa, don't worry. I'm just gonna start this way, then go right. Oh god, someone's actually here. Ugh. Ice eats your #1 spot for a piping hot piece of pizza. Hey, wait a second. I recognize you. Little buddy, it's me. Want to chat for a minute before I lose my mind? Ah, yes, little buddy. Good idea. Meet the Rogues Gallery. Boogie here, soft serve, obsessed, no concept of personal space. Keeps accidentally pouring slushies on me and giggling. I will say that it's weirder for Burger Pants to have a character portrait for dialogue rather than his appearance as a shopkeeper. The warrior, thankfully absent due to pizza-related injuries. Constantly terrorizing customers with war chants. Purple guy, man, that guy, it gotta... Actually, does that guy even work here? Ah, my coworkers, where would I be without them? A happy place, little buddy. A much happier place. Do you know when Adzy's coming home? You can't tell him this, but I really miss the guy. It'd be sweet to cruise around town like old times, picking up, for example, chicks. Which, as a matter of course, may not have ever actually happened. But one time, Undyne made eye contact with me. She was writing me a speeding ticket. Make no mistake, little buddy. Ice eats pizzas. Hell. I can't slack off for seconds without hearing, be a team player. There's no I in pizza. Yes, there is! You just took it out! But it's okay, little buddy. I've been saving up to go to college where Azzy is. Then I'll get a theater degree, become a famous actor. And let the fangirls roll in, little buddy. I believe in you, Burger Pants, you can do it. And would you be interested in trying one of our many 24-hour pizza flavors? We've got normal, cheese, ice, gravy, double ice, pepperonis, and more. Stop on down to Ice Eats Pizza. The entrance is locked, no one's inside. Seems like all the employees are outside in costume. Ice me up, boss. Oh hey, it's the the sword clerk from Snowden. We'll take the special, and do you have any edible glitter? The youngest one will eat anything if it doesn't look like treasure. You're alive. Nice. I'm working. Why we wait to, I don't know her name. I don't know Kenny's, sister's name, but I relate to her so much with that. Look at my rugged body. No wonder what kind of secrets I hold. My secret is I put all my leftover pancakes in this giant hat. It's scatty? Okay. Ice Wolf does not like ice and drink. Ice Wolf likes ice. The beet drink. Dude, remember when we used to skip the first hour of class to come here? You were fine, but I almost had to repeat the year because of it. Those creeps are mad worth. Those crepes were mad worth, though. The liquid sea is the best condiment. I'm trying to remember, because I seem to remember that guy's design. I'm trying to remember where he was. I believe he's in Holland. I like the vibe of the waitress. Oh. What if I just served coffee? Nah, that would be like a lawsuit waiting to happen. Ah, fuck, I missed that. Okay. So, for you two girls, that'll be the crepe cinnamon latte. That's a girl. 2 bunny parfaits and a piece of firewood. I mean, that's a holy abomination in my eyes, but okay. Hey there, haven't seen you in a while, hon. I remember back on Sundays after service, you and your family would come in and order the special. Of course, things happen, and then y'all stopped coming together. But every Sunday, you and your brother would still come in. He'd order you a hot chocolate, and you two sit down at that table in the corner, drawing shapes in the window with your breath. You must really miss him, huh? Here, how about this? You got the hot chocolate. On the house, hon. Hot chocolate topped with homemade marshmallows in the shape of bunnies. It's so cute. You drank the hot chocolate. It tasted wonderful. Your throat tightened. I think that one line is like what gets me the most out of like everything. Anyway, here's what's totally not grilled bees. Hey, look who's walking around. How are you, kid? Great to see you again, Sans. Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it? Especially considering I've never met you before. The name's Sans. Sans the Skeleton. I'm new in town. What's up? We just moved here, so I hardly know anyone. Why? Got anyone I should know better? My mom. Your mother, huh? Too late. I already befriended your mom last night. She's great. Came to the store to buy chocolate kisses. Says she's gotta lock up her door to stop you from eating them. You sound like a fun kid, huh? What's up? Behind me? Yeah, that's the grocery store. Unfortunately, it's closed. What a pain. I really wanted to buy some milk. Someone ought to complain to the guy who runs it. Alphys, yeah, I know about her. Came into the store with a suitcase and sunglasses. Thought she was part of the mob. She opened up the case and stuffed it full of instant noodles. Paid in small bills. Then slunk out of the place. Pajamas trailing on the floor. Anyway, our relationship is purely business. So I guess I'll just let her do her thing. Whoa there, Tiger. You can't just jump straight into friendship. It takes time. Alright, that's enough time. Take this. Call it whenever you feel it. You got Sans' number. Harsh, but fair. Hey, bud. Are you busy tomorrow? I need some help with something. It'd be great if you could come over. I live just next door, you know? Wow, you were debilitating me for a while. Gee, was oh fuck. Did you want to hang out with a stranger? Well, I guess I shouldn't complain, huh? What are you gonna be doing? Oh, I'm not going to be there. Deliberating, yeah. No, I realized that after, but my issue was that I just realized what I was saying no to. That'd be weird. It's gonna be you and my little brother. He needs friends. Thanks for hanging with him. See ya. Knock, knock, knock. No response, but the distant rustle of bones. Ooh, are you the human that lives at the top of town? Wow, my mommy told me about you. Does it hurt to be made of blood? Yes. Huh, that sounds like a knock of beginner. Come back when you've gotten better at knocking. Alright, will do. Yo, Chris, you survived Susie, haha. I mean, I never saw her beat anyone up, but, I'd be careful. Like, one time, Snowy and Jockington were playing handball, and she just kept creepily watching us from the corner. Then when the ball rolled over to her, she just, froze solid. It kicked the ball as hard as she could, right into Officer Undyne's car. Then Undyne came out smiling, cracked her knuckles, and totally wiped us a handball. Anyway, Susie sucks, Chris. Whew, you're lucky, Chris. You got the Miss Class of Outfits. It's not fair. If I skipped class, my dad would never let me hear the end of it. That's actually not even remotely funny. What is that? Oh, Snowy, what did I tell you about knocking the door so hard? Don't do it. It's really gonna hurt your face. We don't have arms, you know? Hey, Elvis. Oh, Chris, you're okay. I was really worried when you didn't come back. Where did you go? Did you skip class? Well, don't worry about it. I'm the cool teacher, you know? You're not in any trouble. Well, let me know if you need anything. There's a saucer of milk. It's a trash can full of well-kept flowers. Oh, Chris. Did you want to talk about something? Chris, even though you never got the chalk, you deserve a reward for trying so hard to find it. So in return, I can let you borrow my homemade DVD collection of The Symptoms. You know, the sitcom about the middle-class monster family? It's got every episode in all 28 seasons. It's the funniest, most quotable show ever. There's lots of focus on family when their vehicles were shaped, that they were friends with the animal vehicles. I must not get the Symptoms comics before the Symptoms discover Earth. Never saw it. Wouldn't the gravitational field, huh? You don't want to watch it? That's okay, Chris. Oh, these flowers? They're from your dad. He always asks how you're doing in school. Then he gives me a bouquet of them. Actually, that he always gives me flowers really makes me wonder if he likes the awesome comics I went to him. Honestly, he kind of reminds me of superhero Chris. He's huge and could kick my ass. Naughty teacher. Oh, this saucer of milk? It's for my cutie Mew. She's a perfect angel. What does she look like? Well, I've never actually seen her, but ever since I started putting out milk, it's been disappearing. So I'd like to think that there's a cat. My cat. I really hope so. Alright. Yeah, so we go up. Let's see what we did last time. Let's start from the left to the right over. Oh, hi, Chris. Did you need help with your homework again? I know you were having trouble last time, so, I actually got a few things ready for you in case... Oh, wait, sorry, I can't right now. I forgot my house key again, and... Sorry, Chris, I'll help you later if that's okay. See you at school, Chris. Chris? Did you want to talk about something? Chris, are you feeling alright? Normally you're not so talkative. Oh, I didn't mean to sound like something's wrong with you. Chris, is something wrong? Why did you go to the hospital to see my dad? I mean, I'm sure he appreciated it, but, gosh, I'm sorry, Chris. Forget I said anything. Alright. Susie, that's right. You were with Susie. When when you didn't come back to class, I was worried, but everything turned out okay, I think. Chris, can I ask you something if that's okay? Susie, I'm kind of curious what she's like, you know? I mean, who doesn't wonder about her? She never talks to anyone. So Chris, could you tell me about her if that's okay? She eats chalk. She's nice. What? She's a nice person? Really? Like, really? Honestly? Truly? I mean, that's just what I was hoping, but... Wait, this isn't another trick, is it, Chris? Like when you put ketchup on your arms and told me it was blood? Really? You're serious? You're totally serious? Gosh, then maybe I should try talking to her. But if I die, you're paying for my funeral, Chris. Though, honestly, if she's nice, I might die too. Key. Huh? Why don't I ask my mom for the key? I mean, you know, she doesn't like it when I bother her when she's working. What kind of... Okay. I'll go over the other dialogue with that real quick. Don't worry, okay? I'll just go over to Caddy's. Oh, okay, okay. I can't repeat that. I'm sorry. Chris, like, if you want to come in, our cat flap is, like, always open to you. Well, Chrissy, like, what's up? Give Aunt Caddy a hug. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm not even actually your aunt. Oh my god, can I talk to you about something? Actually, like, anything though. Your choice. Oh, how's Candy doing? I have no idea. We, like, totally can't connect at all. Yesterday I asked if she wanted to hear me play the ukulele. She said no, and then she, like, told me. My playing is an anti-blasting for Planet Hell. What the heck, Chrissy? That's so cute. I love my fricked up little sis. Oh my god, Azriel, like, what a cutie pie. Do you remember when me and him went to the dance? That was, like, the best dance ever. Even though I spilled the entire punch bowl all over him. And danced inappropriately in front of your mom. I got arrested in the parking lot for making a scene. That was so much fun. Then I said hi. Like, that green girl next door? Oh my god, Chrissy, she's like my life villain. Like, the other day I went to see Cat Petters 2, and the only other person defeated was her. Then I went to QC's and ordered a cappuccino, and then she, like, was already drinking one. She's such a copycat. Copycator? Copysaurus? Copodile? I don't know, she sucks. Hey, neighbor babe. When's your brother dog gonna come by? My girls would love to see him. He's a sweet little man. He just got one problem. He doesn't like my wife's cooking. What's wrong, Douglas? You don't like frozen cat food? It's a broken grill. It smells like burnt cat food. There's some kind of scratching noise from inside. Chrissy, like, long time no see. What's up? Do you want to talk about something? Go away from her own house. Ugh, that chick next door drives me nuts. Keep seeing her everywhere I go. She's a total copycat. Like, why though? Doesn't she realize she'll never be me? Honestly, her whole family is, like, so trashy. Once her sister served me a coffee, and I swear it was half cat fur. Like, get a hairnet, girl, for, like, your whole body. Remember that time you wanted to hang out with us big kids? I was like, yeah, of course. Just get us some burgers. And, like, amazingly, you actually got them. So I told you to go back and get some french fries, too. Then a dozen miniature cakes. They were so good, I ate like 6. And then I suddenly got so sick when I had to go home. Man. So, like, anyway, Chris, are you busy? Let's just tell her to go away. Even though she's just right outside our house. Oh, that's no way to talk to your almost sister-in-law. Nah, I'm I'm joking, but like, remember that time I played Truth or Dare of Azzy? I like made him give me his first kiss. Then your mom found out he kissed someone and like, I think she basically dialed 911. I swear your family went to church like every single day that week. Oh, I'm afraid no one's home right now, darling. Now, why don't you prince on home? What was the name of the place? Flower King? Dum dee dum. Oh, is someone there? Just a moment. I have almost finished watering these flowers. Here we are. Howdy, how can I... Oh, Chris! Yeah, squish me into those moves. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot if you don't like hugs like that. Well, now make yourself at home, Chris. You can help yourself to anything you like. I must immediately go to the cash register. It's a cash register. There's not much change inside. It's a flower. Yeah, no shit. There are various flowers inside. Some kind of catalog. There's a car magazine underneath. Yeah, but this room is not creepy at all, am I right? The door is locked. Some dirty fur stuck in the drain. Something has never changed. There's a rusty fridge with some photos on it. Oh, Chris, if you're hungry, help yourself to anything you want. A photo of your mother and father on their wedding day. He's holding a bouquet of heaven flowers. A reindeer-looking monster stands nearby in a tuxedo. They all look happy. All that's inside is a jar with a single pickle in it. You decide to pass. It's a small TV. On top are some superhero comics. It's an air mattress. It's certainly not king size. Chris, do you want to sleep over? You could use that air mattress and I could, use those bags of soil. Perhaps not. Yes, those flowers are still kicking. Quite hard to take care of them in this climate. It's a note. It says, no rent receipt. Again, it's not giving me away flowers, so it's selling them. Yeah, 1 month. See. Various bags of soil. It's dirty watering can. Who's C? Alright, bye, Dad. Oh, Chris, before you go. Here, for your mother. Our secret. Got the bouquet of flowers. Have a great day, Chris. Thanks, Dad. Your dad's truck. The floor of the front seat is littered with old papers and country CDs. Of course he fucking was in the country. Hey, it's these guys. True. Nothing better than hanging out at the lake with my best bro, watching the waves go by. It's a metal picnic table. Cigarette butts lay on the ground underneath it. Stick your fingers into the holes in the table? Sure, why not? Your fingers don't fit through at the top anymore. You try from below. Your hand became covered in cobwebs. Ew. Hair on over by the water? Okay. Oh, is it, onion sand? Yep. There he is. Hey, there. Notice you were here. It's me, you know me, right? Of course you do. I'm real popular, I just don't have any friends. But it's okay, you hear? Cause you're here. Will you be my friend? Should I say yes? This is actually important. What? Alright. What of all things in the town? This is important? Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy. I don't know what to do. I don't remember being this happy before. What's your name, friend? Hippopotamus. Chris, that's you. That's a real nice name for a friend. Oh, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. Actually, since no one talks to me, I forgot my own name. Chris, can you help giving me a name? Disgusting. It's perfect. Is that talking on you? No. It's perfect to hear. I don't know what it means, but it's perfect. Feels like it's shaped like me. It feels like it smells like me. Wait, what was the name? Yum? Yeah, that's perfect. Yum. That's my name. Thank you for giving me a name. I'll cherish it. You hear? Christmas? That's your name, right? I want to tell you something tomorrow. Something I could only tell a friend. I'm back soon, you hear? I am running the fuck away after he made that face. Yum. I wonder if that's like Bratty's family there, or if she's like walking people in her house. I just wanted to mention. Alright, we're home. It's your mom's van. Of course, my mom has a van. Welcome home, honey. Did you have fun with your friend today? By the way, I just finished making a pie. If you go to bed, it will be cool when you wake. But do not eat it all the time, alright? Alright, thanks, Mom. Chris, what is it, honey? Flowers. Oh, Chris, flowers for your mother? Oh, sweet. These are from him, are they not? Well, worry not, Chris. I will find some place for them. Chris, honey, you have grown up so much. Someday soon you'll be going off to university as well. Remember when you were little? You asked when your horns were going to grow in. So we bought the headband with the little red horns on it. Oh, you wore it for months. Whatever happened to it? Remember that video game you and Azra used to play? What was it called? Super Smashing Fighters? When he was very little, he evolved the green lizard from that. We even had a birthday party for him themed around it. Your father repeated all those eggs with spots on his decoration. Oh, your father loved it. Until the next day, your father cooked them all for breakfast. You just kept crying. Ever since, he's hated that book about eating green eggs. Oh no. Alright, before we're gonna try Santa's number real quick. Ring ring. Hello. You have reached the hotline for idiot babies. Please press 1 for idiots, 2 for babies, 3 for idiot babies, and 4 for none. Ah, you're an idiot baby? Tell the truth, I'm one too. Let's try our best, okay? As a butterscotch cinnamon pie, it's so cooling. Is there anything else before we get to the final scene? Remind me. Like, is there anything I'm forgetting? Alright. Well, let's go to sleep. I'm sure nothing bad will happen, right? Aren't you subtle today? I know. I know. To be fair, I also immediately pointed it out at the beginning. This playthrough. Man, I hate it. I hate it when I'm restless in bed like that. I relate to Chris. No one remembers yesterday. True. Hey, Chris, are we all right? Kaliba. Chris is sick of our shit. Yeet. And that was Deltarune Chapter 1. But first...
And the light is running low, and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know seem like fantasy. There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold, with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
I have one question. Does Chapter 2 have a song like that? You honestly are really confused with this game? Yeah, because you haven't played Undertale, that's why. That is partially why. Not a vocal one? Okay. But this game makes a lot more sense if you played Undertale. Alright. Let's get started with Chapter 2. We have about 45 minutes or so. Maybe longer. So, let's begin. Deltarune Chapter 2. Ooh, okay. Chris? Chris, honey? Are you awake? Wait. Is that a knife? No. Oh, we're gonna kill Torio. Oh, okay. Chris, did you eat all the pie? It's your knife in this empty tin, is it not? Oh, Chris. Am I gonna have to lock the oven again? Re-examine things around. Okay. Well, hurry out of bed. It is time for school. That is such an amazing resolution. Your bed. Clothes drawer. Clothes drawer. There's $5 in your brother's drawer. Take it. Nope. It isn't yours after all. Underneath the bed is an old cartridge of Cat Petter's RPG. Caddy and Caddy can be seen faintly written on it in worn gel pen. Huh. On a computer's desktop is a folder called Epic Game Stuff. It's a poorly drawn design for a game. Scenes the last boss is a creature with giant rainbow wings. Doesn't seem like this game ever saw the light of day. Even after a long night, the sunrise is the same as always. There's a birdcage. When the doors close, there's no escape. But how did we get out? Huh. No, right, okay. How did we get out? How to draw dragons is at the bottom of the drawer. The purple character on the cover is dressed immodestly. Your brother will never return this book. Jesus Christ, Chris, relax. I can't just so much to say about it. It's what they call you. That sounds a little sinister. The door is locked. There's no time to read books, just generally. It is not yet time to wash your hands. As a writer, fuck reading, indeed. I do not like these descriptions. I just want to say. On the shower lids, there's a small container of apple-scented shampoo and a gallon-sized container of pet shampoo. I think I missed that description. Is it time to flush it? You flush the toilet. The one thing that still gets me is the triumphant like music sing whenever you flush it. Like it's this grave undertaking. There's a vote on the fridge. It's of you, your mother, and your brother. There's some cinnamony batter cake on the stovetop. Wait for yep. Yep. It's a trash can. Somehow its swirl strength has increased. It's a landline phone, but you already have a cell phone. Looks like it's plugged in, but it's dusty. There's a book of hymns. Alright. Do we... The phone is ringing, but you can't get it. You're already on the phone after all. Oh, we also have a number for Sans. Well, shall we go? Chris, there you are. Even Susie showed up before you. Hey, Chris. If I knew you were gonna be late, I wouldn't have shown up on time. Susie, please don't kick your desk. Treat school property like you treat people. Okay. Next time I'll aim for the vitals. That's not what I... In any case, good morning, class. We have a lot to go over today. First, we're starting the reading from page 142. Any volunteers? I guess I could read the... Trouble yourself not, Noel. I will violently take this blow of humiliation. That's okay, I can... Ahem. Page 142. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Times are plenty good, times are plenty bad. Mediocre times, iffy times, so-so times. Listening to this, your eyes begin to close automatically. Oh god. Have a nice day, everyone, and please remember your group projects. Oh, Chris, are you okay? You were sleeping all class. Don't worry, I'm not mad, I'm just concerned. Usually you only sleep through the start. Good luck and rest well tonight, okay? It's a bunch of roses. Chris, this whole partner thing? You didn't lose sleep over it, did you? Well, sleep for being... Actually, my sleep quality increased. I mean, I guess we were in bed by the time that the game started up, but... Huh, Chris, that's good, I think. So maybe we're just staying up late talking to Azriel online again. Oh wait, you can't do that, right? I hope the internet gets fixed soon. I don't want to revert into my primal form. Ain't that the fucking truth? Ain't that the fucking truth? What are these papers? Looks like motivational quotes from various literature. Try your best, Astro Wolf, even in your darkest hour. That one seems to be from a video game. Hey, Susie. Well, look who it is. The school zombie. You were sleeping like a corpse all class. What's the matter? Had trouble going Betty by last night? Me too, Chris. Like, I could sleep after yesterday. Just waiting for today felt like years. Did all that stuff really happen? Lancer, Rousey, everyone? Are they still... Look. You've been wondering the same thing, right? Come on already. I'm pretty sure Chris isn't wondering, isn't he? Alright, Chris, this is it. The moment of truth. Everything we've been waiting for is just behind this. If we open this and there's nothing inside, we'll still be... Screw it. Let's just open already. Susie? Yeah? Noel, hey. What the hell are you doing here? Sorry to bother you, but well, Birdwee and I were going to the library to do some research for our group projects, and yeah, it is. If it's okay, would you want to come too? Oh, Chris, you can come too, I mean. We're like, busy with, Chris, help me out of here. What do we say? Hey, oh, whoa, in the closet. You know, just chilling out one in the closet. Just two friends chilling out in the closet like normal. Touching rooms and stuff. Oh, well, alright, that sounds, just funny too. I'll, be at the library. Chris, if you could bring her by later, it would mean a lot to me. Actually, wait a second. Susie, I have something for you. Okay, see you, bye. She's blushing. It's a lunchbox? Full of chalk. She had chalk the whole time. Didn't give it to Alvin. I'm sorry. I just find that so funny. What the hell, Chris? Here, you hold on to this. You got the chalk. Wait, Chris, what the hell was that? Why would Noelle ask me to do homework with her? Death wish much? Does she want to fail? Wait a second. Chris, did you notice how nervous she was? And like flushing and stuff? Chris, you don't think she's onto our secret identities? You know, this dark world stuff? Damn. We gotta keep this under wraps, Chris. This is our thing, you know? Anyway, enough waiting already, right? Let's go. Oh, alright. Okay. Here we are. Chris, Susie, it's been ever so long. Yeah, it's been, what, a day? Oh, that is short, isn't it? It's just that I've never had friends before, so I've never waited so long to see them again either. Fine, guess we'll try not to let you die of loneliness. It really is so jarring. I bet Lancer wants to see us too, right? Hey, wait a sec. Where is Lancer? Where's everybody? Worry not, Susie. You'll see them in a moment. Just wait here, alright? Okay. Hey, this better not be some kind of prank or something. Chris, I have something to ask you. I need you to return to the light world. And go to the old classroom to the east of the closet doors. Inside, gather everything on the ground and bring it back here, could you? Okay. Sure. Alright, so east. You gathered all the junk off the floor and turned it into a giant dusty ball. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, that transition's amazing. Hey Chris, where is everyone? Guess who's back, clowns? Answer. Hey Chris, don't know what you did, but hell yeah. Everyone's here. But what happened to Lancer's castle? All gone. Gone? Right, when Chris sealed the fountain, that dark world disappeared. They're back to a normal classroom. So where's Master gonna live now? Don't worry, Susie. We'll conquer Ralsei's castle as our own. I love it too. Chris, Chris, as you bring Dark World denizens back here, the power of our fountain will transform this town more and more. From now on, the enemies we spare will be recruited to our town. So let's keep sparing enemies, okay? Anyhow, why don't we all have a look around? We can head north towards the castle. I have a special surprise to show you there. Not if I surprise myself first. Last one there is a fresh and fragrant egg. Come on, Chris. You gonna let him beat us? Yes, because I want to see everybody. Ah, Dels has transplanted us to Dine Castle Town in Chuyi, a magnificent town of castles and art. Whoa, something art knocking if you could thou guys perhaps if bring in an evil ruler or something. Seems like Happy likes this place. She hopes you'll like it too. Thanks, Happy. Well, welcome to Top Bakery. I am this Baker Smith. Mouse. I don't know what any of these strange tools are for. But using my skills, I can fuse items to create new ones. Red, what is this technique you speak of? Oh, I am Chef Lansud. Try my delicious hand-formed cookies. They are free for a price. What's the price? $0. I know I now pronounce you Cookie in life. Master Cookie was added to your storage. Alright. Oh, welcome to Noir Town. Oh, okay. It took me a second. Alright. Or so I heard it's called. For a second, I felt like that was the actual in-game thing because I used my online name instead. So, and it just sounds so poignant. This guy always seems like he's enjoying life more than me. Maybe it's because he's a higher level. Nice to see you, Commander. We've been liberated. I hereby declare today National Ham Sandwich Day of Independence. Susie, you're in luck. Hey, boss. Nah. I'm so glad to have a nice boss I could shed a tear. But I won't. I'm on the job. I'll cry at home with the kids. Boss, you're strong, but there's always time to learn. Sorry, I'm just getting a quick drink. Next step after tutorials is training, so me and the boys got together at Dojo. Complete our battle challenges and get some fabulous prizes. Meanwhile, it might get a little bit tougher. I gotta make you the strongest, boss. We're working on new challenges, so come back and boss. Okay. It's a bed for free people, or one free-headed person. Yep. I'm Battles Master. Ask me about battles. Hole. We failed to hit our funding goal. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think I actually gave them the money for it. Yeah, I know. I will not talk about our hole. When shots aim directly, try to move slow. Aim where you were, not where you go. Take the advantage and move bit by bit. You'll gain TP but won't get hit. Shots aren't always as they appear. The bigger they are, the less to fear. You only get hurt a little inside. Take your pride and learn the size. Finally, a dojo for people that are noble shaped. I will train myself for the tournament. Tournament? Hehe, it looks like fighting wasn't in the cards for us. Lucky for you, let's hope you don't meet my friends. Wow, our house is a dojo? Makes me want to fight. Can't we go to sleep? No. These guys are scratched. Oh, okay. Oh, whoops. Our house is spare like a champ. Joe's life savings. Boss, you can act and spare on the same turn. If you know Chris's act will give an enemy 100% mercy, spare them on the same turn with Susie or Rousey. So combat has changed a bit with several quality of life changes? Okay. Yeah, I kind of know some differences already. Is Shade Jigsaw Joe's stubble? Susie spared Jigsaw Joe. Oh, boss, you're sparing me. Wait a second, I got something else to remind you of. Boss, it works the same with making an enemy tired. If an act will make an enemy tired, use Rousey's Pacify right away. Jigsaw Joe looks like he could use a bedtime story. Sleepy story. Magic Pacify. Susie told the enemy a bedtime story about beating them up, the enemy being tired. Rousey can't pacify. You did it, boss. You can manage to spare enemies right away. Battles will go a lot faster, that's all. An amazing battle. As promised, here is your reward. You receive Joe's life savings, $1. Poor Joe. Damn it. Alright. Let's do Grace Challenge 1. Grenades! Oh. Hello. My hat. I realized I was walking myself into a corner there. There we go. I know, embarrassing. I'm like really bad at this, but I'm also trying to rush it, and I think that's why. Like I'm trying to rush this like box, and it keeps making me fuck up. I can't believe that I was right on that bullet. I'm just not in a comfortable spot. Okay. That was me like trying to move there, like physically move forever. That was my fault. I hate this. Clover rematch. It's not Clover's birthday anymore. She won't go easy on me now. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm more interested in this. Clover joins the stage. Topic long. He does a topic that Clover likes. That's right, not bad. It's okay. Thanks to episode today. What? It's just awful. Please stop, you two. Clover is bickering with ourselves. That's right, not bad, it's okay. Nice to see you again. This time you die. Please ignore him. I was wondering if Clover would show up back up or not. Quest is a trio of terrible smiles. Okay. Nothing's wrong. Is it that bad? How do you know us? You know nothing, idiot. Sorry about this. Oh. I'm like doing so terribly now. I'm just not. Oh shit. Fuck. I really just not ready for just the game right now. We can always come back. Like, I'm really just more interested in like actually playing the game. Oh hey Sean. So we're now in this castle town. Well now, it makes no difference to me. As long as I stay in my shop, those walls won't change. But in a way, I suppose it's just a little bit amusing to see you again. I'm sure you three will have an interesting journey. Me, I'll just be here offering the same old junk. As you find stronger treasure, I'm sure you'll have a little reason to return here. If you have some time, I'll offer you a biscuit and a hint. Do we have... Oh. Little Prince has something to show you in his castle. Well, now are you going to turn down the royal invitation? See you again, or not. Yep. Oh, so we do keep everything. Okay. He's Hitman? Alright. Should I buy out the wares for Dark Burgers, or should I not? It's a clean start for us here. Sukuri. I'm gonna, before I forget about him, Bao Bao. I'm just a bok. Mom and me, I wanted to run the bakery, but someone is already working there. A cafe that serves pastries. What a disgrace. What sort of beauty thing will happen next? Check recruits. Prize. Mamma mia, as long as the purple girl is by your side, there will be no prizes for Moi. Mamma mia. Who cares, or else you can make me a cake. But you think this as a baker. Don't know, my pastries are a little extra salty today, everyone. Oh no, I made him sad. Hey boss, I'll have a dark candy star. Sorry, bug food boy. Dark candy starfruit. Lemonade, please. Happy seems fine. Sure, it's great to be here with your best friend Happy. My best friend Happy, sorry. The jukebox is broken. Feels like you might never find a working one. Oh no. The castle town has transformed the power of friendship. You are filled with the power of friendship-based architecture. Okay. It's a manual. Read a topic. Oh, hey! Recruits. If you spare or pacify enough enemies of the same type, they will be recruited. Recruits will appear in your town. Wonder what happens if you get them all. You can check the area's recruit statuses at save points. Certain bosses are excluded. Certain bosses, huh? Here's a reminder of controls. Change them in the config. Yep. You will now have access to a storage menu at save points. When you're out of space, items you find or buy will be sent to the storage. If you're to put things inside, you might be able to use yet. You might not be able to use yet. Okay. That's like nothing. I was just wondering. Is there anything on this side or no? Nope. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna do like this, whatever Lancer has coming up, but then we can stop there. It's a bit scary moving to a new place, but as a ball, there's nothing to fear except fear itself. Ah, god damn it. Prince Rousey, I will keep your hat racked until you need it. So wanted to show off your huge house, huh? No, what I want to show you is upstairs. Living quarters. Living quarters for bad guys. It's violently protecting the jail. I'm Golden Sam. Wait. Golden Sam. We're still behind bars for some reason, but it's okay. We've grown to love this hellish place where we dress as animals. This is a nice prison. We decided to dress as kings. It's cultural exchange. Alright, there's a king. He's in a giant hamster cage. Ah, the whiteners. Have you come to humiliate me? Hell yeah. Eat it, old man. Hey, why the hell does he get a giant water thing? Jealous, are you? Then gaze and envy, whelps, as I suckle from this giant hamster bottle. Glub glub. Feel despair. Never mind. We have nothing to discuss. By the by, is my son happy? Like you care? You were gonna throw him off a cliff. Your prejudice made my bluff too effective, I see. Besides, even if I threw him, he would just bounce. My son is a bouncy little pumpkin. Aw, cute. We're done talking to you. Living quarters for bad guys. I love that. I have a surprise for you two. I made rooms for you in the castle. Rooms? So you can stay here whenever you want. I'd be happy if this place could be like a second home to you. A place that you can go no matter what's happening outside. Dad pushing him, throwing him off was a bluff, yes. Well, we'll take a look. It's your bed. It feels incredibly soft, like sleeping on a dream. It's a trash can. Here, Chris, in case you make another manual. Oh, oh no. You throw directly in here. I'm so sorry, Rousey. I had to. It's a shelf. All sorts of keepsakes could be put here. It's a wardrobe full of all sorts of different colors. You could wear whatever you want. Yeah, very familiar coloration there. A little too suspicious, huh? And Susie, this is your room. I tried to make it something you'd like, but you can put anything else you want in here too. I really hope you like it. My own room, huh? I guess that's pretty cool. My own room, like this. How long did it take you to do this? Well, since I last saw you two, Man, you're a real weenie, you know that? I think she likes it, Chris. Jayla's like got the cool room. Look, Chris. Oh. Cool, spike bed. Now I can stab myself during the night. Finally, some convenience. Darn, there's everything in here. Pine cones, chalk, moss, jars of salsa, pieces of ice with black crumbs for the toaster jawbreakers. Oh, and like actual food too. Susie, you don't get to read the manual. You didn't get to read the manual. So I put it over here for you. Cool. I read it before bed. That'll put me to sleep. The clothes drawer are full of spiky and dangerous clothing. All the clothes are ripping each other up into shreds. Hell yeah, jealous, Chris? I am very jealous. Oh god. Why? Wow, it's better than I remember. I even have my own bed now. Now I don't have to sleep in a hole anymore. I thought you already had a bed. No, that was for the bike. Hey, sir, you aren't gonna believe how sick my room is. A room as sick as you? Whoa, I want to see. I'll keep digging holes until I reach your room. It's got a door, you know. A door? Wow, Peach Boy, you went all out. Some kind of digging implement. You found 20... Oh, unfortunately that's not a useful currency here. Homemade recreationally. I love that my floor is made of holes. It's full of holes. Oh, God. Hey, Rousey, what's up here? Oh, just more rooms I'm renovating. So is your room up there? Yes, I still haven't dusted it though. Yeah, like we need to see your nerdy glasses collection anyway. So, what do we do now? Feel free to explore the town until you're ready to leave. We're going to leave now, right, Chris? Door is locked. Hey, I forgot, this is where I cook. I cook everything in a giant wishes pot. Of course, culture cooking is very convenient. Here, Chris, Susie, have a cake. Jesus Christ, animation of her. A little thick on the frosting. That was for sharing. Hey, anyone was free to make an interception. The animation of her catching him midair was just something else. I think besides the fact that he's white for now, it's also the fact that he wears a hat. Yeah, he was like he basically was like a completely different character. It's really odd because his design before was very endearing. I'm not complaining about this, mind you. I'm not like complaining about Rousey, but it's weird to me. I agree. I know Toby said he liked the black, but can it make him expressive in it? I don't know. I feel like he expressed enough emotion if you ask me, but that's just, you know, me. So, we probably have enough time to at least make it to the next story beat. Where do we go from here? Where's he told us to go to the exit, right? So as I said, explore so you want to leave. Yeah, but how do we leave? What do you mean left and right? Like here? You're gonna have to be more specific when you say that. Oh, okay. Okay, I forgot about this part. Okay. Oh, it's quite a wonderful town, really. Thank you. So why am I alone here? A bit of self-reflection, I suppose? I did realize I was quite a coward before, so I wanted to say, well, I still am. My card is I cannot handle society. For now, I'll be living at the top of this cliff. When I'm ready to meet society again, I will be back. Thank you for the wonderful home. I will not use it. There's a hole in the wall. There's nothing inside. We can go back to the town, right? Is a bit away. Okay, so we're gonna stop here then. Oh hey, it's a dummy. Accept the clothes or nibble. Take a bite. You put your mouth against the mannequin's cheek. Chris? No, Barbara, it is awful. And Susie? Without trees, I must gain nutrients by eating clothes, just as the way of the worm. Mr. Society left, didn't he? I reckon I knew this wouldn't happen. It's not no fault of yours. He'll and be back one day. How about you being like this? Don't tell anybody. I'm supposing that's the door, right? To leave? Alright. No? Oh, should I explore it? Or... That's a to the Card Kingdom. Right. It seems to be locked. It may never open again. Okay. I do really love this little theme, by the way. Yeah, it is quite pleasant. I could try this again real quick. I hate this. Because I just want to get to the challenge and I just can't. I'm just not good at this. It's weird to say. Wait, Chris, we're leaving, but we just got here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Alright, I don't want to actually continue the game. I didn't mean to trigger that cutscene. So knowing that we saved at the castle there, I'm going to end the stream here. I can also properly do some kind of like overt or anything tomorrow before going live. I did it tonight because I knew I would just be finishing the game. Although I did advertise the stream a bit. But yeah. Yeah, feel free, anyone, to join the Discord if you haven't already. And I hope everyone has a good evening. You know what? Yeah. We can raid, Scruncho. And we will call it that. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you all have a good night. And we'll be playing more of this tomorrow, maybe. Next week at worst. Bye everyone.